Dear students, in this video, I am going to explain motion in a straight line part 2. Motion in a straight line part 2. Let us see the definition of acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity denoted by the letter G. So what is acceleration due to gravity? If acceleration produced in a freely falling body under gravitational pull of the earth is called acceleration due to gravity. So freely falling body means డ్రాపింగ్ బాడీస్. అంటే మనం ఏదైనా కొంత హైట్ నుంచి ఒక బాడీని అలా వదిలేసాం అనుకోండి, దాన్ని డ్రాపింగ్ బాడీ అంటాం. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫాలింగ్ టువర్డ్ ద ఎర్త్ డ్యూ టు గ్రావిటేషన్ పుల్. ఎర్త్ యొక్క అట్రాక్షన్ ఏమవుతున్నది, ఎర్త్ మీద పడుతుంది. సో అలా మూవ్ అవుతున్న బాడీలో కొంత యాక్సలరేషన్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాక్సలరేషన్ డ్యూ టు gravity. This is denoted by the letter G. So G value is not fixed. It changes from place to place and planet to planet also. So for example, acceleration to gravity value on the earth is 9.8 meter per second square in MK system. In the CJ system, that equals to 980 centimeter per second square. Approximately it equals to 10 meter per second square also. G value changes from place to place and planet to planet. So for example, acceleration to gravity on the moon is 1.67 meter per second square and on the sun is 27.4 meter per second square. And the acceleration to gravity universe అంతటా కూడా ఒకే విధంగా ఉండదు. ఇది ప్లేస్ని బట్టి మారుతుంది, ప్లానెట్స్ని బట్టి మారుతుంది. మరి మూన్ మీద చూస్తే చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది, 1.67 మీటర్ పర్ సెకండ్ స్క్వేర్ ఉంటుంది. అదే ఎర్త్ మీద అయితే 9.8 మీటర్ పర్ సెకండ్ స్క్వేర్ ఉంటుంది. ఆన్ ద సన్ 27.4 మీటర్ పర్ సెకండ్ స్క్వేర్. అంటే సన్ మీద చాలా ఎక్కువగా యాక్సలరేషన్ టు గ్రావిటీ అనేది ఉంటుంది. సో యాక్సలరేషన్ టు గ్రావిటీ ఈజ్ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు 1/r square. దట్ ఈస్ G వాల్యూ ఇన్వర్స్లీ ప్రపోర్షనల్ టు స్క్వేర్ ఆఫ్ ద రేడియస్ ఆఫ్ ది ఎర్త్. So acceleration of gravity inversely proportional to square of the radius of the earth. That means if the radius of the earth increases, acceleration of gravity decreases. If the radius of earth decreases, acceleration of gravity increases. That is the inversely proportional relation. If the body moving away from the earth, acceleration to gravity is taken as negative. So because the body moving opposite to the gravitational pull of the earth. So if the body moving upward direction, that means away from the earth, its value is taken as negative. So if the body moving toward the earth, so the direction of the body, the direction of the gravitational pull of the earth are the same. So G is taken as positive. When the body moving towards the earth, acceleration of gravity is taken as positive. అంటే ఏమైనా బాడీస్ ఎర్త్ వైపు ట్రావెల్ అవుతుంటే దాని యాక్సలరేషన్ గ్రావిటీని పాజిటివ్గా తీసుకుంటాం. ఎర్త్ నుంచి పైకి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి అనుకోండి, అలాంటి సందర్భాల్లో యాక్సలరేషన్ గ్రావిటీ నెగిటివ్గా తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ మోషన్. సో టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద మోషన్ ఆఫ్ ద బాడీ వీ నీడ్ సమ్ ఈక్వేషన్స్. సో లెట్ us consider u as initial velocity of the body, v is the final velocity, and a be the acceleration of the body, t time taken by the body, and s is the distance traveled by the body. Then following equations are called equations of motion. They are 1. V is equal to u plus at. V means final velocity of the body, u means initial velocity of the body, a is called acceleration of the body, t is time taken by the body to cover the distance. Second equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square. S is the distance traveled by the body, u initial velocity, time, a acceleration. Third equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. These are the equations of motion of the body. Now let us see the important derivation. Is traveled by the body in the nth second, that is denoted by Snth, is equal to u plus a by 2 of 2n minus 1. So let's see this derivation. the distance traveled by the body in n seconds is Sn is equal to un plus half n square, because you have the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. In that equation, t is the time. Now let us write the n instead of t, because you have taken the distance traveled with the body in n seconds. Let us write n in the place of t. So Sn is equal to un plus half an square. Similarly, let us take the distance traveled by the body in n minus 1 seconds. N minus 1 seconds. Let us substitute n minus 1 in the place of n. So n minus 1 is equal to u of n minus 1 plus half a of n minus 1 whole square. So let us substitute n minus 1 in the place of n. The distance traveled by the body in the nth second. So this can be written as Snth is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. The distance traveled by the body in the nth second is equal to the distance traveled by the body in n seconds minus the distance traveled by the body in n minus 1 seconds. Therefore, Snth is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So Snth is equal to Sn formula un plus half n square minus half Sn minus 1 formula u of n minus 1 plus half a of n minus 1 whole square. So let us see the simplification. Snth is equal to un plus half n square minus half. So n minus 1 is multiplied with u. So we got un minus u plus half a of expand n minus 1 whole square. So n square minus 2n plus 1. So next step, Snth is equal to un plus half n square minus half un minus u plus half a into n square of n square minus half a into 2n. 2 get cancelled. So that is equals to an plus half a into 1 is equal to a by 2. So plus un half n square minus un minus into minus plus u minus into plus minus half n square minus into minus plus an minus into plus a by 2. Now plus un minus 1 get cancelled, plus half n square minus half n square get cancelled. So what are the remaining? Plus u plus an minus a by 2. So therefore Snth is equal to u plus an minus a by 2. So this also can be written as Snth is equal to u plus a is taken as common, a of n minus 1 by 2. That implies Snth is equal to u plus a by 2 of 2n minus 1. Equations of motion under gravity. So to get the equations of motion under gravity, we have to replace acceleration a by small g, that is acceleration to gravity, and s means the distance traveled with body on the earth, by h means the height traveled by the body. So they are one, v is equal to u plus or minus gt. So because this equation for the body moves under gravity, so there are two types, moving upward direction or moving downward direction. So due to this reason, you have taken plus or minus g. If the bodies are moving away from the earth, taken as negative. If the bodies are moving toward the earth, taken as positive. So totally the first equation of motion of the body under gravity, v is equal to u plus or minus gt. Second equation, h is equal to ut plus or minus half gt square. Third equation, v square minus u square is equal to plus or minus 2gh. So these three are the equations of motion of the body under gravity. Equations of motion of thrown up body. So the bodies under gravity are two types, thrown up bodies, falling bodies. Let us write the equations of motion of thrown up body. So in case of thrown up body, the body is moving away from the earth. So acceleration to gravity is taken as negative. Okay. So first equation, v is equal to u let g is taken as minus gt. So the first equation of motion of the thrown up body, v is equal to u minus gt. Second equation, h is equal to ut minus half gt square. Third equation, v square minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. So here you have taken g as minus. Why? Thrown up bodies are always moving away from the earth. So acceleration of gravity is taken as negative. Now equation the motion of the falling bodies. Falling bodies means the body are traveling toward the earth, downward direction. So if the bodies are moving toward the earth, g is taken as positive. So therefore the first equation is v is equal to u plus gt. Second equation, h is equal to ut plus half gt square. Third equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. So these are the equations of motion of the falling bodies. Falling bodies means bodies are traveling from certain height to earth. Now equations of motion of freely falling body. So what is the difference? Falling bodies means we can throw the body toward the earth. So freely falling bodies are called dropping bodies. Just you have to drop the body from the certain height. So it is falling on the earth due to gravitational pull of the earth. So there is no initial force acting on the freely falling body. So the initial velocity of the freely falling body becomes 0. So there is no, just only dropping body. When you drop the body from certain height, so that is called freely falling body. So in this case, u becomes to 0. In case of freely falling body, there is no initial force acting on the body. So its initial velocity is 0. So the first equation of motion, v is equal to gt, where u is 0. Second equation, second equation, h is equal to ut plus half gt square. But here u 0. So therefore, h is equal to half gt square. Third equation. So the actual third equation for the falling body, v square minus u square is equal to 2gh. In the case of freely falling body, u 0. So therefore, the third equation, v square is equal to 2gh. So let us see the equations of motion of the freely falling body are v is equal to gt, h is equal to half gt square, v square is equal to 2gh. So let us see maximum height. So which is called maximum height, or what is maximum height? So the height traveled by the body where its final velocity becomes to 0 is called maximum height. So we know that when the body thrown upward direction, so the body moving away from the earth, so moving upward direction, when the body moving upward direction, its velocity gradually decreases. Velocity of the body gradually decreases. At some certain height, its final velocity becomes to 0. Then the body returns back. So that height traveled by the body where its final velocity becomes to 0, that height is called maximum height reached by the body. So in case of thrown up body, the third equation, v square minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. So in case of at the maximum height, v becomes to 0. Therefore 0 square minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. So that equals to minus u square is equal to minus 2gh. Minus minus get cancelled. So this can be written as 2gh is equal to u square. So h is equal to u square by 2g. So this is the formula for maximum height. H is called maximum height because so final velocity 0, v0. So the maximum height formula h is equal to u square by 2g. So on the given place g is constant. So we can write the relation h is proportional to u square. That means maximum height is directly proportional to square of the initial velocity. Next one, time of ascent. The time taken by the thrown up body to reach the maximum height is called time of ascent. Already I have discussed maximum height. So the height traveled with the body where final velocity becomes 0 is called maximum height. So to reach the maximum height, the body takes some time. That time is called time of ascent. So the time taken by the thrown up body to reach the maximum height is called time of ascent. So to derive the formula for time of ascent, so let us take the first equation of thrown up body, that is the v is equal to u minus gt. V is equal to u minus gt. So v means 0. In case of maximum height, v 0. 0 is equal to u minus gt, since at maximum height v is equal to 0. So this can be written as gt is equal to u. Here t means time of ascent denoted by t1. So gt1 is equal to u. The time of ascent t1 is equal to u by g. So here also time of ascent t1 is equal to u by g. At the given place g is constant, so you can write the relation time of ascent is directly proportional to initial velocity. t1 is proportional to u. Time of ascent is directly proportional to initial velocity. Okay, thank you.
Please do like, share this video and subscribe to our channel.